And I'd also like to thank you gentlemen for inviting me on this show. I watch you guys all the time. You had me on once before when...
You helped us out. You helped us get started. You were like the third guest we ever had. And the first time that we did a roll-in that had to do with the show was with you.
And I said we wanted to do a sports show, so you and Mike decided to throw a Frisbee around, and you weren't very good either.
Well, you're absolutely right. You know,
but we do have that park on the east side, John, and you were big for that.
The park is complete now, and it's really a lovely park. It's 0.53 miles. It's a lot of people walk it for their exercise every day, and I'm very, very happy with that.
And you know, the park is one thing that was on its way at that time, and it's a good thing that it did come into view because of the rest of the development. You do have this this buffer there that you were looking for, and the rest of the east side is catching up. I mean, we weren't even talking about a movie theater then.
You're right. Okay. But also there's talk of development going 25th Street south. And I don't know what shape that'll take, but one of the things that the administration is looking at, whatever development takes place there, that the park is continued. So it's possible that Halicki Park can go all the way to 22nd Street, because that would make a logical buffer between the residential and it might be commercial also, but commercial and industrial.
It actually veers out too. Maybe we could have put a baseball field back there at that end.
Well, the way this town goes, I think you probably use more soccer fields. It's
this is true.
But I want to back up. I said we weren't even talking about movie theaters then.
Right.
On this show that we rolled in with on Lillian Corrine,
right,
you were talking about a movie theater back then.
That's right.
The highway was new.
Right.
Okay, it was still 169, and that was brand new. And you were talking about what is going to happen with the east side. You just saw this all coming.
That's right.
You know, and that was, what'd you say, 16 years ago?
16 years ago, that's right. You know, but it's come to fruition, you know, and we'll have a couple of big box stores on the east side. It's, I call it the fashionable east side now, you know, but actually the property values have really increased on the east side now, and it's a quiet area, as you found out. You know, we don't get that much traffic around. And you know.
Hey, John, with the development of the potential development of the MOPI, and I know you've been doing this a long time, it just rejuvenates you, and I think you do a great job. This is my personal opinion. I have a biased opinion. I love you not only for the business, but what you do for the community. But this energizes you with the potential of things that are going to go on. There's a lot of good stuff that this administration's doing, and you're part of it, and it re-energizes you.
I think the next 4 years are going to be so fabulous in this town, because although we've had so much development already, I think it'll pale and compare to what's going to happen when you start seeing all these buildings rising on in the Military Ocean Terminal, and by then the Texaco property should start. I mean, supposedly that's very near where they're going to be starting. So, I mean, those are two major developments that we're going to see, and I think that's, and I actually see people hitting golf balls on that golf course is going to be.
For years it stayed barren. It was empty. You're pushing, you're pushing the envelope, making things happen.
What I'm hearing here, it looks to me like you're excited about the next 4 years.
Yes, because
you want to be part of that.
Yes, absolutely. I had thought after 4 terms, 16 years, it would be enough, but there's just so much going on, and I think this administration in particular had a lot to do with the development that's going to occur, and I feel I've been part of it, and I would like to see another 4 years of all of these things rising. I mean, it's like if we planted something, I want to see it grow.
I think the councilman is telling us something here.
Yes, I am going to run for one more term. I'm going to tie Neil DeSantis' record is what I want to do, you know, so.
But, you know, when people talk about administrations, they're talking about who's the mayor when they say this. So this would be, you consider this the Doria administration.
Yes.
But you've been with the Keychek administration, you've been with the Rutkowski administration.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think you started with the Rutkowski.
It was Rutkowski, Keychek, and then Doria. And actually, my first position was I was the first chairman of the Rent Control Board in the city of Bayonne, and I was appointed by Francis Fitzpatrick. and then he left office, and Dennis Collins took over. So I actually served in that capacity under Dennis Collins. So I
So
have,
that would be late 60s, early 70s.
right. So I actually have served under 5 mayors.
Okay.
you know.
And the distinguished honor of being a council president, too, former
Yes,
council
that's
president.
what I was-
Let me get some of these pictures, and we
Yeah.
have a bunch of pictures.
Right.
And Chuck, you talked
I
about the
love
business.
this one. I love this one.
Right. We have the shot of it. This was in the paper at one time about what Hodakos looked like 50 years ago.
Right.
Okay. And another office that you held was president of the Rutkowski Association.
That's right.
Okay. And probably not in, I guess, 1986, you decided to run on the Rutkowski ticket,
That's right.
and you didn't succeed that year.
That's right. I
If
learned.
you had, you'd have your 20.
That's true. Actually, I had when I was. Dennis Collins had asked me if I was interested in when Dennis Collins was going to run for mayor. He had asked me if I was interested in being a councilman at the time, and I think I was like 30 years old, and I felt I didn't have enough experience, and so possibly had I said yes
If
at the
people
time.
thought that today, maybe we'd have a few less candidates that
Well-
realize they.
Hey, no experience like on the job training, huh?
You know, you're right. You know, so so the opportunity was there, except I declined at the time. So I could have had a lot of years in, I guess. But 16 years is a lifetime also in politics today.
Hey, John, it's a lot of sacrifice and a lot of good people, your wife, Jerry, and your kids behind you. There's a lot of sacrifice involved with a family and the stress and animosity.
You can't succeed at this unless you get the backing of your family. There's just no way. I mean, it's and it becomes a difficult job of balancing your family life, your business life, and your political life.
And the
It's a-
family all has to join in on that balancing act, right?
That's
They
right.
have to sacrifice
That's
to do it.
right. You know, it's
Now, this headline we have, I guess it was from '86. Halecki wants to improve the quality of life in Bayonne.
right.
Okay, and in 1990, I guess you got your chance with the Rutkowski
That's right.
administration. Can you think of improvements during that time?
Well, the highway was actually one of the major things that we really wanted to have completed, because that took a lot of truck traffic off
Yeah.
out of Bayonne, and I mean, if the pollution that was generated by these trucks was phenomenal, you know, and at that time, Rutkowski was considered an environmental mayor, and I think it was a little more stringent with a lot of the industry on the east side, and I think they got to the point where they set certain standards, so they were not as polluting as they had been in the past.
Well,
you know.
on that note, too, I remember there was a moratorium against development having to do, you weren't allowed to do any more development until you got, I want to say, a secondary sewage system.
This is true.
Okay, and I believe it was the Rutkowski administration that got that accomplished and
That's
opened
right.
the door for the development.
Right.
So,
Yeah, but I think today we have a better relationship with industry on the east side based on what happened at that time. So that added to the quality of life. And of course,
yeah.
there was another thing that I supported, which wasn't very popular with with the citizens, but the side street cleaning. The vote was 3-2 against it. I still think it's a good idea. I mean, it's nice to clean the avenues, but still, there's always trash along the side streets, and you have abandoned cars that stay there for a long time. People don't move their cars. This would have solved a lot of problems like that.
but as a practical matter, though, if they were going to sweep the side streets, where would the people park? I mean, how?
They do it in Jersey City, and Jersey City's more congested than Bayonne. The thing is, people in Jersey got to know the time that the sweeper would come. They would take their cars and just double park on the side, and they
Right.
go right back. You know, it would have been done in the daytime. A lot of people go to work, so there are spaces available. But the people didn't want it, and I go whatever the people want. That's it. But I mean, I took a stand, and
You know,
I don't care for it much myself.
well,
I'm pro-favor. I believe that we should have it. I know that people complain about it, so it's like a catch-22. They want it, but they don't want it, and it's easy just to go up and complain instead of be part of the solution.